Hello. Thank you for joining me here today and welcome back. Happy New Year to all of you. It is January 1st here in North America. And well, here we are. Here you are, which is what really, really matters. That you're committed and dedicated to your spiritual practice, even if you're not 100% sure at the moment why you're even here and watching this. Well, welcome, first of all. There's a message for you in what's about to be said here from your inner teacher, the Holy Spirit. What exactly that is that will land for you, I have no idea. But when it does, rest assured that it is your inner teacher speaking to you. There's something that you're meant to hear today. So it's quite common when the calendar turns over and we start what we call another new year in this thing that we refer to as the Gregorian calendar. There's quite commonly a specific beginning of the year type message. Well, today there really isn't any such message. We're just going to launch right in to A Course in Miracles, and we're going to talk about truth. You deserve nothing less. We're going to talk about union and denial and the judgment of the Holy Spirit. Again, you deserve nothing less than truth. That we all deserve nothing less. So, we've been looking at chapter 12, section 1 of the text, the judgment of the Holy Spirit, which, as you might imagine, is not some harsh judgment that may be meted out by a court here in our world or by ourselves against ourselves or our brother, which is against ourselves. Yeah, nothing like that. The judgment of the Holy Spirit is 100% loving and benign because the Holy Spirit looks past all of our psychodrama, all of our illusions, and will help us to do the same if only we put our mind under His guidance, which I invite you to do. And we're all invited to do this. So, as we wrap this section up, there's a very important point made about fear and love, which are the only two emotions of which we're capable. Just that, fear and love. Everything else that we categorize and subcategorize and label as something else and presume that it's a separate emotion is, in fact, a derivative of fear or love. All of the emotions that we consider negative in our language, in our world, all of the things that we consider painful or troubling are fear. Anxiety is fear. Depression is fear. Irritation is fear. Anger and sadness, deep sorrow are all fear. Anything that is not wholly joyous. So, joy is love. Happiness, a sense of limitlessness, of union, all love. We label them many, many different things, but that's what it all boils down to in its sheer simplicity, which means that moment to moment we have a choice between fear and love. If you get nothing else out of this dialogue, just let that percolate. Let it simmer and brew, then fester in your mind. We have a choice in the present moment. What will you choose? What fear is a symptom of a deep and profound and really incomprehensible sense of loss, an unfathomable sense of loss. What is that? Throwing away heaven. This is where guilt, unconscious guilt, comes from this belief that we've thrown away heaven, that we've separated from God. We have not, but here in the world where we perceive ourselves as 8 billion of these devices here, we don't see it that way. We don't experience it that way. We experience separation played out writ large in every conceivable way. Yet here you are listening to your inner teacher. Yeah, it's very important. You may or may not realize the importance of this to your own happiness, but I hope that you may. Fear and love, that's the choice. One of these two is completely false. The other is reality itself. Which are we invited to choose? Fear is denial. It's a form of denial. It's denial of the fact that we're all one. It's denial of union. It's what it is. It's the denial of love. Now, here's something very interesting that I hope strikes a chord for you is that denial, fear being the denial of union, the denial of love, it depends, denial of anything depends on an underlying belief in what is denied, an underlying belief in union, an underlying belief in love, a deep knowing, a knowledge that God is union. So fear is a form of denial. Denial depends on a deep seated underlying belief in the thing that is denied. We can deny that we're one. We can deny perfect oneness. And we do. We do it all the time. When we lash out and blame, we draw a separation and further separations from ourselves and what appear to be other people, what appear to be other nation states, other political organizations, just to name a few of our multiple divisions here in the world. We reenact this all the time, and we don't have to reenact it at all. We don't have to put ourselves through any of this drama at all. But it's deeply, habitually ingrained. So we need repetition of ideas such as these. We need what we call here in the world a practice. Well, welcome to this course, a course in mind training where correction is appropriate in the mind. We're the ones that don't see things the way they are. Let us enlist the help of our inner teacher so that we may. It's what deep down we all want. So we encounter resistance to it because we believe in the separation. We deny our own union. When we truly forgive the Son of God, we're affirming this union and reaffirming it in our mind. Very powerful. So, because fear is the denial of love, Denial, again, it depends. This is very key. It depends on the underlying belief in what is denied. Fear depends on an underlying belief in love. We all believe in love. When a brother acts out, what is that but a call for love? Everything that we see in ourselves, everything that we do, everything that we say, every thought is either an expression of love or a call for love. Why? Because deep down, we all know we've never left our source. Ideas leave not their source. Yes, capital S, God. Ideas leave not their source. You're an idea, just as I'm an idea. And your worst political enemy in this lifetime is an idea. Your ex is an idea. We are the thought of God, the extension of God. Like extends like, love extends love, God extends himself. So we all, deep down, believe this. When we raise love to its proper place, prominence, because it's all there really is, what actually happens for us is the veil is lifted. The image of a veil or a wall or a deep, dark fog bank may be helpful. And what is meant by that here is that we don't see things as they are. We've drawn a veil over our heads, so to speak, and we don't see things as they really are. What we call spiritual practice, what we do here in practicing this course, in truly forgiving the Son of God, is a process of lifting the veil, lifting the veil. There's a common visual that's used in world spirituality of peeling the layers of an onion. Yes, it's like that. We lift the veil so that we may truly see things as they are. When we truly learn to see things as they are, truth dawns of itself. So, what better way to quickly and effectively do this? I mean, with great velocity, which we all claim we want, don't we? With efficacy and certainty. What better way than to recognize in our brother a call for love, to recognize in ourselves when we judge a call for love. And what do? We give love, we extend love, we forgive. What better way than to forgive? Fears the denial of love. When your brother acts out, he's calling for it. Give it to him, and you give it to yourself. How can this be? There's no separation of any kind. Our inner teacher, the Holy Spirit, will help us to replace the dream, the fiction of separation with the fact of unity. If only we allow him to do so. If only we learn to relax and trust our inner teacher's guidance. All of spirituality can be boiled down to that: relax and trust. Very important. Remember that our belief in separation attests to an underlying belief in love and in union. We deep down know our perfect oneness. We all deep down know. I mean, think of what brought you here today. I mean, I don't know why you're watching, except I do. Your inner teacher has directed you to pay attention to this video, and you're still watching. So thank you for that, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very important. And what I hope is that you recognize how powerful and important it is that you're doing this, that you're paying attention, whether you're a long-standing student of this course or not, whether you're just brand new or you're not brand new, you're just checking this out. You're wondering why this popped up on your YouTube feed. I think you know. So what do you do from here? Well, keep watching. You're invited, as always, to ask questions here. We've had a number of excellent discussions from right here in the comment thread on YouTube. So you're invited to do that. And you're also invited to subscribe. I would love to have you join us. This community is growing, it's completely and totally international, and it's very cool. So the subscription button is right here. That's the arrow in the corner of your screen. So when you click that or when you hover over that, you'll be prompted to join us here. So I invite you to do just that. And again, questions are always welcome. My role here is to share the Holy Spirit with you. So you've gotten a message, whatever that may be, today from your inner teacher. I'm here to serve as a guide, so questions and comments are most welcome, even if you'd just like to pop in and say hello. What we're doing here is we're going through a piece at a time, a couple paragraphs at a time, the text of A Course in Miracles, and I'm always willing to pause that parade to talk about what's coming up for you. So if you'd like to see me cover something specifically, I'm very interested in what's coming up live for you. So if you've got questions, please ask. And again, Happy New Year to all of you. I will see you again very soon.